Join me on this journey to decode the magic of this new moon in Pisces. You will discover how to leverage its power for your personal growth to manifest the life you want. We will look at its general energy, aspects, Sabian degrees, and personalized insights for all 12 signs. Find out what this new moon means for your sign. Hi, my name is Agnes. Welcome to the Wolf Moon Mysteries channel, where we look at how to use astrology and tarot for personal growth. So let's dive into exploring this new moon. First, let's understand the energy of this new moon in general. New moon takes place when sun and moon are conjunct together in the sky. Around this time, both sun and moon rise and set at about the same time. Moon doesn't have light of its own. When you see moon lit up, that is because it reflects the light of the sun. For this reason, when moon is new, it is not visible in the sky and is also called the dark moon. It's a time of renewal. An old cycle is finishing and a new cycle is starting. If we would look at the moon cycle in the context of breath, then waning moon phase that came before it could be seen as an exhale. The new moon is the time when energy shifts from exhale to inhale, and the waxing moon phase that follows is the inhale. Then around the full moon, that inhale has reached its maximum and energy now shifts to the exhale. There are 4 main moon phases and 8 minor moon phases, depends how you want to look at it. The energy of each moon phase is different. Moon affects your energy levels too. You will observe that around the new moon, you feel more reflective, since it's a phase where breath changes from exhale to inhale and we still haven't inhaled. The energy levels are at its lowest in the new moon. It's not a time to spend your energy. It's a time to become more reflective, to go inwards, to reflect on your life and make a decision where you would like your life to go. This moon phase is good for meditation and journaling, for reflection about your direction and becoming aware of what your wishes and wants are for the next 30 days. Especially the day of the new moon, right after it, it's good for setting intentions for the next 30 days. And what would you like to achieve or manifest during this period? Take time to write down at least 10 things you would like to achieve this month. This new moon is taking place in Pisces. Pisces is a dual or changeable water sign. It is ruled traditionally by expansive Jupiter and its modern ruler is Neptune. It has very mystical energy. Pisces has been seen as fishes living in the ocean. If you would look at the world map, you would see that there is really one ocean connecting all land. But that ocean has different names based on location. Fish itself represents a consciousness that lives in the water. Have you ever seen many fishes floating together in the ocean or sea and all behaving like one body? Ocean is a symbol of subconscious mind and of life's mysteries that result from it. Only a small amount of the world's ocean is explored by the human mind. So it's a great time to also work with your subconscious mind and your emotions. Now let's take a look at the aspects that are influencing this new moon. Let's do them one by one. Jupiter is squaring this new moon from Gemini. Square aspects really means that Jupiter is about 90 degrees away from this new moon. This aspect indicates a tension, but not in a negative way. It is a tension that incites you into action and brings about change. Jupiter is also a ruler of Pisces sign, where the new moon is taking place. With Jupiter in Gemini, that change is internal. Jupiter on inner realm represents your beliefs, attitude, and values that is being changed and expanded by the new moon. Gemini, as a dual air sign, also represents the relationship that your self-conscious mind has with your subconscious mind and how they relate to each other and work together. This new moon thus brings an opportunity to align and harmonize your own relationship with yourself. The challenge is to become aware, so you will likely increase your awareness through noticing some negative emotion or pattern. This awareness will allow you to put a stop to it and will be the key element to implement change that will result in a more harmonious relationship with your own self and thus with the people around you too. Next, we have Mars trining the new moon. Mars represents your willpower and exercising it to bring forward change and new beginnings in your life. Trine is an aspect that means that planets are 120 degrees away from each other. Trine aspects symbolically represent energy that is flowing naturally and harmoniously. Mars is in Cancer sign. Cancer, like Pisces, is a water sign. There are 3 types of water signs: cardinal, fixed, and dual. Cancer is cardinal and represents the beginning of the season. Scorpio is fixed and represents the season at its peak. And Pisces is dual and represents one season changing into the next. Here, energy between new moon in Pisces and Mars in Cancer flows harmoniously because both signs are water signs. relating to emotions. Cancer represents feeling emotions that are new, and Pisces represents changing emotions that you don't want to feel anymore, and that you feel you have outgrown into something new, and transcending them into higher state. Both of their goals are aligned. Thus, it could be interpreted that what could be helpful is to notice how you feel right now. If you notice any emotions coming up that are negative and that you realize you don't want to feel anymore, then ask yourself a question: how do I want to feel instead? Then apply your willpower to move you into that direction. What could be helpful is to create affirmations about how you would like to feel and repeat them from now until the full moon to transfer those affirmations to your subconscious mind and manifest a new feeling state with ease using your willpower and taking action. Next, we have Venus counter parallel moon. Counter parallel aspect is one between the inclinations of two planets. They represent how high or low above the ecliptic each planet is located. Counter parallel aspect represents both planets being about the same degrees from ecliptic, but one above it and other below it. Or in other words, one south from it, other north from it. Moon represents your emotions, subconscious mind, memory, and all the automatic processes and behaviors that are so familiar to you that they are automatic. Moon is in Pisces that colors this energy with mystical undertones, feeling connected to all that is. Venus represents your imagination, and she's in Aries, the sign of warrior, ruled by Mars. Pisces is a sign that also represents completion, dissolution, and transcendence. It is the sign of mystery, of that which we don't know. Like how human body is being built before our birth is a mystery. Aries is a sign of new birth, of being born into this world. This aspect indicates that there is an opportunity for using your imagination and your creativity to visualize and see in your mind's eye exactly what you need to do and how to bring in the change that you want to manifest in your life. It's a good time to meditate on your dreams and wants, and this aspect increases likelihood of you receiving answer to your query in the form of an image. Another possibility of this aspect could be you seeing a significant dream around this time that brings you exactly revelations that you needed. We also have Chiron, counter parallel to this new moon. Chiron is currently in Aries sign. Chiron's main archetype is the wounded healer. It represents healing through understanding and inner seeing that is possible right now with this new moon. What a beautiful opportunity for inner transformation right now. Remember the inner healing taking place in your life right now. Through you overcoming any adversity in your life right now, you can help other people to do the same in the future. Thus, that healing takes on more meaning than it otherwise would. Wounded healer heals through understanding of what the other person is going through. That understanding comes from you going through the same experience in the past. You know exactly what you did and what helped you. Your experience equips you to help others who are going through exactly the same hardship that you once did, because you understand very well the way they feel and what they're going through right now. So how can you leverage this new moon for personal growth? This is for all 12 signs in general. The image I got for this new moon in Pisces in my meditation is water being filtered and transformed in quality, making it pure and suitable for drinking. Thus, this new moon is particularly good to work on transforming and healing your emotions. As a result of this work, there is a potential for you to feel more emotionally secure than ever before. This transformation is affected through understanding that it is really your thoughts that create your emotions in the first place. Negative emotions really come from mind misunderstanding and thus misinterpreting the situation. To make the most out of this new moon, pay attention to your emotions and what quality are they. Do they need to be refined and purified, or do you feel truly happy with who you are and your understanding about life? If you notice any negative emotions coming up around this time, this gives you an opportunity to work on yourself, to ask question, why, and reflect on this question. You may not receive an answer straight away. It might take a bit of time, but the more you contemplate it, the more understanding you will get about them. You will notice that likely you had a thought right before you felt that negative emotion. What was that thought? Determine to find and notice it. It is this thought that really needs to be refined and looked at. That thought reflects your attitude, your beliefs about something, and you are asked to question that thought. Could it be that this thought was a misinterpretation about something that you perceived? Could it be that what you have perceived as negative actually could be positive for you? Through this process, you refine your emotional state through changing your thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes one emotion at a time. Now let's look at the Sabian degrees. Sabian degrees assign an image to each degree of the zodiac. This new moon is taking place between 9 and 10 degrees Pisces. Thus the Sabian image for this degree is an aviator pursues his journey, flying through ground obscuring clouds. Let's unpack this image. Clouds are collectors of water. Like clouds collect water, humans too collect emotional experiences, and once the threshold is reached, we need to release those pent-up emotions like clouds release rain back to earth. Heavy clouds obscure the view of the pilot to land successfully. He first needs to trust in himself and his own skills that have been developed over many years. Not only that, he also has to trust the higher powers, like the power of his own soul or God or anything that he believes can keep him safe. Like clouds obscure vision of the pilot, so too heavy emotions obscure the vision of your self-conscious mind. And there are times when it cannot see clearly because of the strong emotions. It is nothing wrong to feel like that. That is part of our human experience. But you should understand, when you are affected by emotions, you are not seeing clearly. The emotions have a way to bias and obscure your vision, especially strong ones. When you are affected by strong emotions, don't take any life-changing decisions. If you can, wait for the time when the sky is clear and you see miles and miles away. Your emotions need to be understood rightly. Their purpose is not to obscure your vision. Their purpose, when understood correctly by your self-conscious mind, is to provide you with a compass, with a guidance system. Through observing and connecting to your emotions, you can determine if you are on the right path for you. To do that, ask if your path has a heart. Do you feel happy and excited, or does something need to change? Your heart and the way you feel will guide you towards a happy life. You can always trust its voice, also known as the voice of your intuition, expressed through the way you feel with purpose to guide you into the direction that will make you happy in the long term. Trust in your heart and in your emotions. They are the guidance system, and you can use it when your mind cannot see clearly. Follow your heart and it will never disappoint you. It always knows the right decision that is specifically right for you. A reminder that all answers that you seek you can find within your heart, not outside you. People can nudge you in the right direction, but the only one who knows what will truly make your heart sing is you and no one else. Now let's take a look at this new moon and what it means for each zodiac sign. We will go in order from Aries to Pisces, and a reminder, you can check your sun, moon and ascendant signs. For Aries, this new moon is taking place in the 12th house. You could receive some spiritual revelations from this new moon that completely transforms your life. Like a lightning flash out of nowhere. You could receive a new understanding that helps you to change the direction of your life. And with Mars being in the 4th house for you, Mars could bring changes to your own psychology and that are related to your own heart. With this new moon, you have an opportunity to work on renewing your connection to the forces that are greater than you, including your own higher self. If you're looking for some answers right now, try to look for them through attuning and listening to your own heart or meditating on the issue. To impatient energy like Aries, this process could feel like going against the flow, but sometimes doing things outside your comfort zone could be very useful and usher in unexpected opportunities of growth, so give it a try. You also may need to use your willpower to cut out from your life that which you have outgrown, that which you know you are not anymore. Time for fresh starts is coming very soon with the spring, and you are now preparing a space energetically for it through cleaning your space and energy field so that new things could come in. Good time to do cord cutting for negative situations and people that you feel are draining your energy. Time to pre-spring clean your energy field, dear Aries. For Taurus, this new moon is taking place in the 11th house. This new moon for you is ideal time to revisit your goals and aspirations. Imagine and see in your mind's eye, what do you want to be? And where do you want to go? Become aware what is your aspiration, what is your goal. Venus, the ruler of your sign, currently is in the 12th house. This indicates that the best way to connect to your intuition right now is through meditation, where you could receive clear images as answers to your questions. Great time to make a vision board or make an artwork, collage, song, or anything that visually or in any other way reminds you of your goals and aspirations, that reflects your determination and serves you as a reminder and helps to focus you on the goal. Since this new moon is a great time to work on transforming your emotions and feelings, this new moon brings into focus how you feel into a group context and asks how you would like to feel. Right now, with this new moon in Pisces, you have an opportunity to work towards feeling accepted and heard in a group context. Feeling safe in a group, feeling like you're not going to be judged, and thus you will be able to express yourself there. With Saturn in Pisces too, you have been working on this goal for a while, restructuring and making your goals and people you associate with to be an authentic reflection of who you truly are in your heart. Congratulations, you're doing a good work and keep doing it. For Gemini, this new moon is taking place in a 10th house. For you, this new moon is ideal time to connect with your mission in life and actions that you do that have an influence on a greater whole. With Saturn and Mercury, your ruler there, you are also asked to look some years into the future. What legacy do you want to leave behind you? What do you want to be known for? Dream your future into being with this mystical Pisces new moon energy. Make your actions matter. With Jupiter transiting your first house, you are also expanding your personality and how you are perceived by others. What a beautiful time to reinvent yourself to be closer to who you want to be. Dream big, dear Gemini. Ask the question, what do you actually dream to be? This new moon is an opportunity for you to connect with that dream and make it into reality one day at a time. With Mercury as your ruler, you have a gift for storytelling. Connect with how do you want to tell your own story and towards what higher purpose you want to direct your actions towards. What purpose is worthy of your effort? For Cancer, this new moon is taking place in the 9th house. You are ruled by the moon, and for this reason, new moons affect you and your energy a little bit more than other signs. You are attuned to the energy of the new moon and the mystical realm of Pisces through your feelings right now. 9th house is about your beliefs. You are asked to reflect on how your current beliefs take care of you and your being. How nourished do you feel by them? How did you acquire them in the first place? Sometimes we can pick up beliefs from the society where we are growing up, and a deeper look into them could reveal that beliefs and opinions you thought you had about something were coming from the society where you grew up, and they are not yours at all, because you might realize that they don't reflect you or who you are. Ask yourself if you have any beliefs that need to be expanded. Any things that you believe are not possible? Know that what you think is not possible is filtered out by the subconscious mind from your perception. So you will just not perceive it even if it would be possible. It might be beneficial for you to start asking questions. But what if it would be possible? You don't need to start to accept that impossible is possible straight away. Start with baby steps, asking question, what if? And then over time observing it. If you find it is not possible, you are allowed to reject it. The goal for you is expansion of what you're able to see and notice over time through exploring that maybe what you thought was impossible could be possible when certain conditions are met. Jupiter is supporting this process of expansion for you from the 12th house. And simple meditation on a question or belief could prove to be very beneficial for you and could bring unexpected answers and insights. For Leo, this new moon is in the 8th house. Leo, you are ruled by the sun, and you are also attuned to this new moon energy because of the sun, but in a slightly different way than Cancer. Cancer is more emotionally attuned to the new moon, but you are attuned more on the mental awareness level. With this new moon being in your 8th house, you might become aware of the things that were previously hidden to your awareness, because the 8th house represents the occult. You might pick up some non-verbal signals from your partners or people with whom you interact. Now, it is a great time to work with your emotional patterns that exist on subconscious level, to notice them with your awareness and transmute them through that awareness. Easy way to notice subconscious patterns is through paying attention of behavior that you keep repeating, every time hoping for a different result but always ending up in the same situation. Now you have an opportunity to notice and transmute some of those patterns in your life, especially if you're not happy about the situation where you end up. You are the one who can change it for yourself. Your challenge is to notice that which is hidden and operate on subconscious level, but there are ways to become aware of it, and right now you are exploring them. Change and transmutation could also come through the people that are close to you, with Pluto being in your 7th house. They might help you to see that about yourself which you don't see yourself, and their honest feedback about yourself, Leo, could be invaluable for your personal growth, especially if that feedback comes from the heart and has an intention to help you, and not from an argument where the other person could say things to hurt you. That is a different case. You could also ask people who are close to you for feedback about yourself in some specific area to help you to learn their point of view that could be different from yours and potentially could help to see you further than you could on your own. For Virgo, this new moon is taking place in the 7th house. Mercury, your ruler, is there in Pisces too, with Saturn and Neptune and North Node of the moon, orienting you towards having a harmonious relationship with your partners and people that are close to you. For Virgo, Pisces energy is what balances it. You have ability to notice the smallest details, but without the bigger picture that is provided by the Pisces energy, you don't know where to plug in those details neatly and orderly, and they make no sense when you zoom in too much on something. Pisces for you, Virgo, provides a bigger picture view and helps you to zoom out and to see the context. When you plug into this bigger context smaller details, they suddenly start to make more sense. Virgos tend to analyze with the purpose to make something more efficient. With this new moon in the 7th house, you have been given an opportunity to analyze and to see how love you have for yourself is mirrored back to you by those people who are close to you and by your partnerships. Do an experiment. This new moon sets intention not to be perfect, but that you will learn to love and accept yourself the way you are. Work on loving and choosing your heart and what makes you happy first. Then observe how it has impacted your close relationships and partnerships, and if your self-love is mirrored back to you. This experiment may also reveal some toxic people that are there to use you and that don't have your best interest in mind. You might need to leave those people behind you. People with whom you choose to associate yourself have an impact on you, but you get to choose the people with whom you associate yourself with, so choose wisely. For Libra, this new moon is in the 6th house. It gives you an opportunity to change your day-to-day actions or your habits, especially the habits that you have on an emotional level about how something makes you feel. For Libra, balance is important. That balance is achieved through understanding about how something works or operates. Looking for where the excess or lack is, because those things cannot be sustained for a long periods of time. When things are in balance, they operate in the most efficient way possible. For you, Libra, it is a great time to notice what habits you have that are out of balance and with what habits you would like to replace them. Especially pay attention to your habitual way of feeling. Notice how your thoughts result in your feelings. Observe your thoughts and to what feeling each one of them results. Through being able to change what you think about something, you are able to change the way you feel about it. The ruler of your chart, Venus, is in the 7th house. You also have an opportunity right now to work on improving your close relationships with others through noticing your emotional response to them and understanding what thoughts you had that created that response. Then understand where that thought came from. Ask question, why did it make me respond this way? This process will make you more aware and will help you to improve your habitual emotional responses to people who are close to you. And in general will help you to improve the quality of your close one-to-one relationships with people in your life and make them more equal and balanced. For Scorpio, this new moon is in the 5th house. It gives you an opportunity to change and transform the way you express yourself and the content of your heart externally. This new moon brings your self-expression in focus and asks how well you are able to express yourself. Does expressing yourself brings you joy? And if it does not, then why? Is it that you are expressing yourself to the wrong people or something else? Neptune, ruler of Pisces, is right now supporting your self-expression by being in Pisces, the sign it rules, making it more future-oriented and helping to make it more deep and mystical. Jupiter, the traditional ruler of Pisces, is in the 8th house, and from there is creating tension that is making you more aware of what the blocks on your self-expression are. It also helps to add more depth to the way you express yourself. Some of your beliefs about yourself could be transformed during this period, because ruler of your chart, Mars, is in your 9th house, and Pluto is in your 4th house, and from there is supporting this process too. Do you have beliefs about yourself that hold you back from being able to express yourself in the way you would like to? These are the questions that your chart rulers, Mars and Pluto, help you to answer right now. For Sagittarius, this new moon is in the 4th house. 4th house stands for your own psychology, the space you live in, and in general about the things that make you feel safe. Your chart ruler Jupiter also traditionally rules Pisces sign, where the new moon is taking place. Jupiter for you is in the 7th house right now, and from there is facilitating to bring regenerations to the way you feel, and is helping you to work on feeling safe, especially on an emotional level. It is through your partner or people that are close to you that help to encourage you to grow and expand. Your partner might be challenging you in some way and thus encouraging your growth. Right now is a good time for you to expand your comfort zone, to do things that you have never done before but feel in your heart is something that you want to try. There exists a potential to change the place where you live this month too, since the fourth house also stands for the place where you live in, but not necessarily it happens every new moon when it takes place in the fourth house. It is more like it creates a window of opportunity for a change in that area, but it is ultimately up to you to decide what it is that you want to do and how you want to use that opportunity. For Capricorn, this new moon is in the third house. Third house is house of perception and communication. This new moon is regenerating your perception and communication abilities, and it is perfect time for you to work on these issues right now. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and he is right there in the third house too for you right now. He has been helping you to restructure the way you perceive yourself and others for some time already. You may have recently become aware of some things that you have misinterpreted relative to other people in your life. You thought it was one way, but then you came to find out it was not that way at all. That you were working with an incomplete data and that you made the wrong assumption that was not right and might have backfired in some way. If this has happened to you, it is okay. As humans, we are always working with incomplete data, and we must learn from our mistakes. Another lesson here is when you recognize that you have been wrong, are you able to take responsibility for your mistake and apologize to the other person and make it right? Misunderstanding other people's behaviors happens more often than we might think. And for you, Capricorn, great time to work on noticing and becoming aware of those misunderstandings. It is really a habitual response that creates those misunderstandings and misinterpretations. And Jupiter, the ruler of Pisces, where the new moon taking place right now, is in your sixth house, helping you to change those habitual responses and helping you to embrace new responses that are much more conscious and more in alignment with you and make you feel good about yourself in the long term. For Aquarius, this new moon is in the second house. Traditionally, this house is associated with resources, possessions, and money. You might get some new beginnings in those areas too, but from evolutionary astrology perspective, the second house is about your self-esteem and self-worth. These are areas that are very beneficial for you to work on improving this month. You're being asked to focus on how deserving do you feel to receive good things in your life, to see if there are any blocks in your own psychology and in the way you feel that are informed that I don't know if I deserve this. It might be a feeling of imposter syndrome that people can sometimes get when they feel their skills are less valuable than the skills of other people. If you notice this, then it is time to throw that assumption out the window and actually put your skills to test. Work on discovering your strengths, but also becoming aware of your weaknesses. Strengths help to empower you, and your weaknesses is something that you can work on and improve over time. No one is perfect, and neither you have to be. This month, learn to love and value yourself for who you are. Uranus, the modern ruler of Aquarius, is in your fourth house, bringing you surprises about yourself. Your traditional ruler, Saturn, is in the second house and is supporting you to take responsibility for your skills and is supporting you right now with self-honesty in this area. Good things are coming your way. Are you going to allow the flow of abundance to visit you, dear Aquarius? For Pisces, this new moon is in the first house. This new moon for you is bringing renewal in the way how you see yourself and thus how you are perceived by others, especially people who don't know you and are just meeting you. This month for you is a perfect time to start to become aware and honestly observe how you come across to other people who just met you. What first impressions are you making and why? Notice how you come across and ask yourself a question, is that how you want to come across to others? The modern ruler of Pisces, Neptune, is in the first house right now, in its own sign. It represents the consciousness itself on a highest level, thus supporting you with this awareness. Pisces, your traditional ruler Jupiter is in your fourth house, the great expander and giver of boons and gifts. Jupiter right now is helping you to learn to feel more safe as a human being living here on Earth. It is supporting you to feel at home, to feel safe, to expand what you think about yourself and helping you to gain more emotional safety. And that in turn helps to change the way you come across to others. You have been given a gift of an opportunity of self-awareness this month, on seeing how you fit into a larger whole. What role you play on behalf of the whole is something you have an opportunity to discover this month. What's an opportunity to receive, but will you make time and space to explore it in the next 30 days? Now it is your time to take action. Leave a comment below of what intentions are you setting for this new moon for yourself. If this video was helpful to you, press thumbs up, that helps to support the channel. If you enjoyed this content, consider subscribing so you don't miss my next video. I hope you use this magical energy of this new moon in Pisces for personal growth, and that action you take helps to bring you closer to the self you actually want to be. Thank you for watching and sending blessings your way.